Hello everyone and welcome to episode 6 of going from rank 0 to 100. And in the last episode we ranked up from rank 61 to rank 62, where we unlocked the Honey Badger. The Honey Badger, one of the most pre-bought guns in the game, one of the most well-known and most used weapons in the game. And why is this? Well, it's just an extremely simple weapon, and it also looks kinda cool in my opinion. It has a 1.7 second reload, which makes it incredibly potent in close quarters combat, even though it doesn't even free hit kill. Other options to the Honey Badger before were weapons like M6 and A3, which it, still is, because M6 and A3 is kinda, a little bit better than the Honey Badger, but the M6 and A3 and its counterparts all got a reload nerf, because before they had a 1.8 second reload, but now they have around a 2 second or 2.1 second, so the Honey Badger stands out a lot in that aspect. But overall, the Honey Badger is a very simple weapon, it's not very hard to do good with, and it's integrally suppressed, so you will literally never pop up on the radar, unless you're using like a muzzle brake or something. And now in these later ranks, it's becoming harder and harder to level up. Obviously, it's taking around an hour per rank at this point, depending on the weapon. It took like 40 minutes for the Honey Badger, which wasn't terrible in my opinion. And you don't really need any attachments for this weapon to be good. Obviously, having attachments such as sideways grip and whatever is very useful, but it's one of those weapons that you can really just equip and pop off with. It's a really good weapon, and obviously it's not as good as it was in its glory days, back when long barrel was OP, combined with hollow point power, and whatever else stuff it did. It was quite different back in the day, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it's still a good weapon today, and it's more of a M6 and A3 side grade in a way. But in the end, I got 335 kills with this weapon, and I give it a rating of 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, rank 63, yeah! What do we get? And at level 63, we unlock the K1A and the Saiga 12. I'm gonna start with the Saiga 12 because the Saiga 12 is probably the best shotgun in the game. You probably saw the video where I got a 250 kill game with this weapon, which is, a lot. That's just like... So what makes the Saiga 12 so good? Well, it's a combination of the fact that it's a mag-fed shotgun, which means when you reload it, you will have all your shells at the same time, compared to something like the Remington 870, where you need to reload one shell at a time, which in some situations is better, because you can put in one shell and then shoot immediately, but I'd say a mag-fed shotgun is overall better. And also the fact that it has 350 RPM with stupid tight spread for some reason. I don't know why the spread is so tight on this thing. Even though it got nerfed, yes, it got nerfed, it's still the best shotgun in the game. I don't know what happened when they nerfed it, It's been OP for like 2 or 3 years now with birdshot. And apparently the birdshot nerf plus the Saiga nerf made the effective range on this 1.7 studs less than before, which is, not that big of a change. So the Saiga 12 is still very much on top, still a very easy shotgun to use, and still very, very, very overpowered, and it's a quite scary weapon. You don't necessarily need attachments on the Saiga, but putting birdshot on it just makes it better. But obviously, I couldn't get enough kills for birdshot, so I just ran around with like a suppressor and whatever, and it still kind of worked. It still kind of worked. And in total, I got 215 kills on the Saiga 12, and I give it a rating of 9 out of 10. And then the second weapon that we unlocked in the same rank is the K1A. And the K1A is the carbine right after the Honey Badger. And while it's extremely good and extremely nice to use, I prefer the Honey Badger every breakfast of the week. But similar to the Honey Badger, the K1A was way better before, because back in the day, 223 had 40 rounds in a magazine, which was a lot. And that with the fact that 223 also reduced recoil, the K1A having 40 bullets in a magazine, 900 RPM, and reduced recoil made it extremely potent. But that isn't to say that it's bad right now. Its recoil was honestly really weird when I was using it, and it was honestly like kinda overall. Obviously, having attachments on this weapon is gonna make it way better, but due to the fact that this is a 2-weapon rank, it's hard to get attachment. But due to the fact that I got 152 kills on the K1A, I couldn't really get that many attachments for it. I mean, sure, I could unlock the angle grip kinda early, but the ARS suppressor is unlocked at 150 kills, so it was just like, I think I used a compensator with angle grip and it worked kinda well, but overall, I don't know how to feel about this weapon. It's still really good, I just didn't like it a lot, which sounds crazy, I know. But overall, the K1A and Saiga 12 were very good weapons. I'd probably pick the Saiga 12 very much over the K1A, but I'll still give the K1A a rating of 7.5 out of 10. Rank up finally. This gun was so boring, I gotta be real. At rank 64, we unlocked the HK416, and I haven't used this gun in a long time. This gun was one of the top picks before, when the 300 blackout conversion was OP on it, because you could free it to kill torso up to like 130 studs with long barrel, which was absolutely insane. I don't know why it did that, but it did that. And even without 300 blackout, you could put something like hollow point on it and you could free it kill up to like 80 studs, but you had 850 RPM and you could still 5-hit kill at range. So the HK416 was a demon before, and it could also reload faster. But when using this weapon, I was very surprised to how potent it still is, because 850 RPM is a lot, alright? You can do a lot with 850 RPM. And that combined with the fact that the recoil really isn't that bad, it was a really nice weapon to use. But one weird thing that I noticed with the HK416 is that attachments didn't really change much for it. I know that sounds really weird, but when I put on compensator and angle grip, it didn't really change the recoil that much. I feel like I had the same efficiency when I was just using the Z point, but you know, I guess it is what it is. I think the most effective setup on it is something like sideways grip, because it has a lot of rotational, and I think that's the reason. I don't think angle grip reduces a lot of rotational, so the recoil is still just sorta there. You're kind of reducing nothing at that point. But hey, the HK416 was an extremely nice weapon to use. I was pleasantly surprised on how powerful it was, because I haven't used this in a long time. But in the end, I got 341 kills on the HK416, and I give it a rating of 8 out of 10. Ooh, level 65. BFG, and at rank 65, we unlocked the BFG-50. This sniper sucks, I gotta be real. Like, sure, it's kinda chill, and it was nicer to use overall compared to the Zip 22, but it's so annoying when you use this weapon and you miss one shot and your multi is gone. Like, sure, it can one-kill limb in close quarters up to 50 studs, which is kinda nice, but in the end, it has one bullet. It has one bullet. Like, what can I say? It has one bullet. It's either you go around like a madman and use it like a shotgun, which kind of works. I did that a little bit and it was kind of fun. Or you just sit in the back of the map and try to just get long-range shots. And in the end, you don't really get a lot of XP from doing either or. It's a very slow sniper. Sure, the handling overall is very fast with its ADS movement, whatever. And it really packs a punch. But due to the fact that it reloads in like 3.5 seconds or something like that, something really dumb, it was kind of annoying to use. It took like 1.5 hours to rank up from 65 to 66. And yes, I tried to hit trick shots with this thing. It did not work. Alright, where are the enemies? God damn it. I think I hit some nice shots, and I tried to hit a rank up trick shot with this thing, but I just couldn't bother. I was so tired. I didn't like this weapon at all. You know, it's a trick shotter's dream, I guess, or maybe the NTW is that now. The BFG has always been one of the worst snipers in the game. It has never had a real glory day where it's been the best or near the best, because it's been the same now for I don't know how long. Like, the only difference that I can remember is that a very long time ago it can one-kill limb all ranges, but that's really it. Now we can't do that, and it's kind of annoying to use. And in the end, I got 336 kills with the BFG, and I give it a rating of 1 out of 10. Like, I'm so done with this gun. I swear to God, I'm so done with this gun. Like, I don't want to... Going from rank 65 to rank 66, we get the MP10, which is just the SMG version of the HK416. And I think I ranked up in, like, 35 minutes with this thing, which is absolutely insane, because this thing is very, very powerful, because it's hyper accurate, has very good damage, and has 850 RPM. The only real drawbacks that I see with the MP10 is that it has a very slow reload. It has a 2.5 second tactical reload, which is you know, it's not very good. And also the fact that it's an SMG, so it's gonna be hard to find ammo running around and stuff like that. Though I did use my zip as an ammo box for the most part, which worked really well. Overall, the MP10 has also had better days, even though it's still really good. It recently got nerfed from 23 minimum damage to 20, which didn't really change much. I think it changed the fact that you can't kill with 1 headshot and 3 limb shots now, but it still does an extremely good job at long range. But it's real glory days where when AP had a 1.2 times torso multiplier. So that meant the MP10 could forward kill torso all ranges, which was absolutely demonic. It was not fair, and there were a bunch of guns that were so OP with AP back in the day. But the MP10 is still extremely nice to use. It's a very fast weapon. The walk speed is kinda okay, and the reload is very slow, but like aim speed and stuff like that is kinda fast, and its fire rate is also kinda fast, and it just works, and it's hyper accurate. You can't really go wrong with it. It's a very good gun, what can I say? And in the end, I got 366 kills with this weapon, and I give it a rating of 9 out of 10. Ooh, level up. Ah, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. HK21. And at rank 67, we unlock the HK21. And this is one of my most hated guns in the game because it's so annoying to go against, but it's kind of fun to use. The only thing I really did with this thing was just like lay in corners and spray hallways, because what else can you do? It's so inaccurate. You can't really hit anything past 100 studs, which is, it's hard. And putting attachments on this thing didn't really change anything, because the recoil is really just that bad that putting attachments doesn't really do anything. So all you gotta do is just play close quarters, get that free hit kill at 850 RPM, and you're probably gonna win, you know? I ran out of bullets a lot of times, and its reload is so incredibly slow. So you really gotta play around the fact that you have 100 bullets, which isn't hard at all. 100 bullets is a ton of ammo. But overall, the HK21 was an extremely easy weapon to use. I enjoyed using it. I hate going against it. And in the end, I got 358 kills on it, and I give it a rating of 7.5 out of 10. Finally, oh my god, rank up 68. What do we get? M21. And at rank 68, we unlock the M21, where I'm gonna end episode 6 of going from rank 0 to 100. Goodbye.